Sawadee Cup, my name is Kru Chris with T.A.G Muay Thai. Today I'm going to show you a drill that I do with students to work on their footwork. First thing that we're going to do is that we pretty much have a box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one corner to start. From over here I get my Thai boxing stance. From this point, this is my strong side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go walk forward, I'm going to go over to the side, walk backwards, back into my stance. From there, then I go ahead and go reverse, and then I go into the weak side, which is the opposite side. And then from there, then we do an alternating stance where we're just rotating our feet. So right over here, first thing I want to do is shoulder specs, and I go forward. So again, my head level is going to be at one level. Okay, I'm using the mirrors to make sure that my positioning is correct. Okay, taking 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. Once I get to the corner, this is going to be key. What a lot of people will do is if they get to the corner, they stop, all that weight shifts to that leg, and then they try to go over. What we want to do is we want to make sure that my head stays at the same level where I'm moving and then going over. So we're going to make sure that we're doing that with the weak side, and then we're also doing it with the alternating. I'm over here, my stance, head level stays the same. As I get to that corner, I automatically move, and I'm going to glide. So now that I'm going to the left, I'm taking that step with that lead foot, or that left foot, okay, and I'm doing the same exact thing. Key point right over here, watch what happens when I hit this turn. Boom, I automatically step back, my head level stays constant, at the same level, and I'm going backwards. What I'm doing is I'm practicing, I'm watching myself in that mirror, my hands nice and relaxed, up and down. Once I get to that back part right here, I'm going to go ahead and just shift over. My head level doesn't change. Remember what happens with that head level that's changing, it just shows that you're having weight, you're distributing your weight a different way. So now that I'm getting to this stance right over here, we're going to go into our weak side. Normally I'll have the guys go the opposite way and then they come back to the starting point. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm going to the weak side, I take that rear foot, I'm going to step forward and I'm automatically going to go. I don't want to kind of go, stop, and then try to go. It should be a constant motion. So if I have to change direction because the fighter is going an opposite way, I should be able to follow. So watch what happens. I take that step, I automatically move naturally. So we're doing the same exact thing, but I'm in the weak side. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to figure out my weight distribution, but remember all the key points. Taking that step, once I step over to that left, I'm taking a step with that left foot. I'm using the mirrors, okay, to kind of watch my balance and weight. Once I get to the side, I move straight back. Head is at one level. So I'm just moving back. You can see how I'm kind of moving, nice and relaxed. Okay, once I get to that end part, I automatically move over to the side. Okay, because I'm going to the right, I step with my right foot. And I'm going to go back to my starting point. So once I'm back to my starting point, we're going to talk about going to the alternating stance. Alternating stance, we're just going to just rotate or replace the foot movement, so we just automatically walk. Now what's going to happen, I'm going to be vulnerable if I'm chasing somebody down. Okay? And the reason why, because my hip is not going to be turned, but once I step, there's going to be a point where my hip is straight forward. This is when a person can keep to the chest, they're going to be very defensive. So I got to understand that as I'm walking forward, these are the things that I'm thinking about, but my head level still stays the same. I'm right over here in my stance. This is going to be moving a lot quicker, but once I hit those corners, I want to make sure that my head stays at the same level. So it moves a little bit quicker, and I automatically go. I'm walking forward. Once I land, boom, I'm automatically moving over to that side. I'm watching myself in the mirror, watching. Now, once I get to the side, as I'm going backwards, boom, I automatically go backwards. Once I get to the end, boom, I'm over. So my head does not change direction, it's just at the same level. Okay? So all these movements, strong, weak, okay, is going to be the exact same thing, same motion. We're going to go one side, opposite side, go back over here, do it again multiple times. You should knock this out in about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, wake up.